welcome back. It's day 2, and today we're going to be covering some of the things we did yesterday, as well as adding in some new things. Caspian is feeling a little bit bratty today and trying to use his mouth and his head even more than usual. And a lot of times that's normal because they will start, you know, do I really have to do what she says, or can I get out of it if I'm nasty enough? Behave. We'll start with some of the friendly game, carrot stick, and savvy string. He's just eating, he's not worried about it at all. He's getting a lot more comfortable with it. So that's really good. Alright. Now we're going to ask him for the porcupine game, which we did yesterday. Even though he's still eating, I'm going to start asking him. Ooh, and he moved phase 1. So he is paying attention. Look at that. He's totally paying attention, even though he's eating and you wouldn't think that he was, but he moved all the way on phase 1, so I'm going to pet him and tell him, good job. Okay. And do it with my hand. See if I can get what I wanted. Okay, that was better. When a horse is learning, they do this, just like this, where they lick a little bit and they chew, and you can just see in their eyes that they're like, okay, so that makes sense. And so you always want to give your horse time to process. Phase 3, phase 4. Oh, good job. Okay. 1, phase 2. You moved on phase 2, that's better. Whoa. Good job. All right, that was good. Remember to rub the spot that you asked. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to ask him for his hindquarters, which I didn't start asking him for. I want to keep rubbing until he stops, and then I'm going to ask him. Good. Good. Very good. There we go. All right. He's doing much better with his hindquarters than his forequarters. Now I'm going to ask him for his forequarters again. I'm going to start with my fingers. Keeps trying to bite, so I'm going to place my carrot stick in such a way that I can hopefully whack him when he comes in to bite. So it'll actually make it into he did it to himself. Okay. He's actually moving, but he's making a big fuss at the same time. Whoa, there, that was perfect. So he was coming around to bite me just now, and the carrot stick was there, and he actually jabbed himself right in the mouth. So that's actually what you would always like to have happen, instead of it being you hitting them running into something when they're coming for a bite. It's their fault, not yours. I didn't have anything to do with it. So that was good. Trying to get a hold of his face to back him up, but he's doing everything he can to not. So with our mare Zoe, day number 2 was her worst day. She put up the biggest fight with me, and he's seeming to do the same. Good job. Okay, that was good backing. With Zephyr, it was day number 3. So fjords are, because they're so smart and fast learners, it seems like they're ready to put up the big fight with you to see who is really in charge a lot faster than other breeds. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the driving game, which is a new game. where I am going to try to move him over without actually physically touching him until you get to phase 4. But I'm going to be using rhythmic pressure to move him over. Phase 1 will be super gentle. Phase 2 will get a little bit more aggressive. Phase 3 will be just starting to touch him. And then phase 4 will be actually bumping him each time if he doesn't move. So I'm going to start out with the hindquarters. And it's very important in this one to have your whole posture intimidating. So you're going to be technically copying what a horse looks like when it throws back its ears, sticks this ugly look on, and moves into another horse. That horse knows to get out of the way, because if they don't get out of the way, they're going to get bit. So that's kind of the inspiration behind this game. So I'm going to get an intimidating look and stance and start tapping the ground with my eyes on the hindquarters that I want to move. It's going to get a little bit more aggressive. And I'm just starting to hit him. All right, and then stop as soon as he moves. Now I'm going to keep coming in with just the look. There, that was good. Now smile and stand up and relax and tell him he did the right thing. So now I'm going to do that again. Good, he moved on phase 1 that time. That was super. Okay, and then for the front end. All right, there we go, there we go. That was better. Keep your head up, touch up. There. So I'm gonna move on from that game, and it wasn't perfect. He was making it very difficult to try to get what I wanted, but I got a little bit. I think that he's understanding what it means, that he just is not wanting to do it right now. Tomorrow we're gonna work on getting a little bit more perfect. So the next one I'm gonna ask him for is to back up. I'm gonna have a lot of rope here and the carrot stick, and I'm going to get that look, hunker down, start tapping the ground. Whoop, he backed up. That was super. And now you want to stop right away so he knows he did the right thing. Good job. Good, good, good. Good job. Okay. There we go, that was good. And look how he's paying attention to me. He's got his ears pricked forward, starting to go, okay. The next new game that I'm going to teach him is game number 4, which is a yo-yo game. Like its name, I'm actually going to be sending him out to the end of the line and then bringing him back. And so here are the 4 phases. I'm going to start with just wiggling my finger and looking at him with the same forward aggressive look as in the driving game. And then phase 2, I'm going to be swinging it from the wrist. So that's going to move the rope. Phase 3 is going to be from the elbow. And then phase 4 is going to be all the way my whole arm, which will have a lot of pressure in the rope. And then my feet need to stay here, but his feet need to move. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Good. Now, even though he's moved over, he did step back, so I'm going to stop. He wasn't paying any attention to me until I got to phase 4. So now I'm going to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Okay, there, and then stop as soon as he moves. So he's still not paying attention to me, which means he's not even noticing until I get further down the phases, huh? Head is up at 2, and he backed. That was very good. Here we go. Back up, back up, back up. There. Now Now that's as far back as I want him, so I'm gonna stand up, smile, relax, look the other direction. Good. So there's different phases to bringing him in as well. First is just sliding the rope through my hands. Good job. Then closing just a couple fingers, and then a little bit more, a little bit more. That was good. Okay, now I'm gonna do that again. Back up, and hopefully this time he's going to pace. Very good. He moved on phase 1. Back up. Back up. Look at that. Good job. So that was actually the last game that I was planning to teach him today, and that was actually quite convenient because you always want to end on a very good note, and so he did that one really well. He was proud of himself. I was happy with him, and so that's a really good place to stop. The hardest thing for him right now, both in the porcupine game and in the driving game, his back quarters moved around really well. His forequarters, he put up a fight, he walked forward, he bit, he swung his head. So as he does them more, he's gonna start saying, oh, okay, I got this down. How about we go find some apples?